Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to HTFC, the home of football here on the Hitting the Field Network. We're back for season 2. That's right, and you can hear the crowd in the background. It's not time for football just yet. We're here in the podcast room first thing in the morning. I'm your host, as always, Edgar Rodriguez.
And I'm Patrick Deleon, and we are joined by none other
than
Sean
he's
Vaz.
back.
Yay.
He's back.
Again.
Full time.
But today, we've got some pretty fun stuff to go over. We're talking, we're going over some games we caught our eye. We're going to preview some stuff that's coming up this weekend. We're also going to do some jersey rankings. We're also going to talk about some pretty interesting stuff going on in the world of football as well.
Controversial.
And some things that I just... need to get off my chest.
You are going to have enough time. This is a safe space, Patrick. You know that, so feel safe about letting out your
it's
anger.
Therapeutic.
We'll get to that in a little bit. But first, it's tradition on HTFC. If you watch season 1, what are we wearing, Patrick? I love your shirt today.
So for me, we're doing Seattle Sounders current home. So 2024-2025 home shirt. I've always liked it. I thought it was really good.
Seattle always produce top quality.
Miss, and
top
we'll
quality.
Get to that in just
Segment
a bit as
2,
well.
Not yet. Sean.
We have I really like the flowers. We have our third kit from the 2021 season. Really like the black and pink we got going on here.
Love it. The pink pops. I have the 2021 as well. Home Arsenal kit. Yes, we're recycling from season 1, but don't you worry. Just stay tuned later in the season. We'll have some surprises. But we can get started with segment 1, like Patrick just alluded to. We're going to be recapping and previewing as well. Do a little bit of everything today. But we're going to start in La Liga, where Atletico Madrid are already in a little bit of a sticky situation. Yeah, pickle. You can say that, Sean. Atleti have not won in their first 2 games. They lost their first game, of course, away at Espanyol. Yeah. Then they go home, right, against Elche, and you think easy 3 points. It wasn't, Patrick. 1-1 against Elche at the Metropolitano.
I mean, this is pretty much exactly why I wanted to cover this game. It's just because, this is Atletico Madrid. They're already off to a really rough start. Again, going back to that Espanyol game on the first match day, losing 2-1 away. Sure, okay, away. I think this would have been a good game to bounce back on and be like, okay, it was just a fluke, right? But against Elche, look, 7 minutes later, find that equalizer, and no team could find 3 points after that. But, man, I feel like I'm telling you, Atleti and Simeone, they might be in trouble.
That's why I put time to wake up, Sean, because if Atleti are really going to consider themselves as La Liga contenders, they can't start like this because we see Barca already on all 6 cylinders. You see Real Madrid, obviously, your beloved club, right, getting off to hot starts. This makes you happy for sure.
Well, on the mock show, right, we might not remember. I said some things which I think I was spot on about.
You said some things
that might not go so well. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
I'm not going to let you forget what you said. We'll get to that in a little bit, but talk about this game.
But I said that Atletico Madrid, in my humble opinion, the higher board should maybe not make a final decision yet. Well, obviously, we're in the start of the season. But kind of just make a little bit of an inquiry about where do we go after we could might have to get rid of the loved Diego Simeone.
He's been there forever.
Because this start of this season, by their standards, is just unacceptable.
Look, next game is Deportivo Alaves away from home. That's a tricky place to go. Don't underestimate Alaves. They usually come up as one of those teams that can disrupt the big boys. If they don't pick up a win there, Patrick, I mean, I think personally, and I told you this in the mock show, I think Simeone has too much in the bank. It has to be a catastrophic season for him to either walk away or get sacked. I honestly don't think a sacking is on the table. Honestly, I don't. Maybe if this continues for a few days, anything could change in the world of football, right? But away at Alaves, Patrick, they have to be on their A game. If not, you can wave goodbye to any La Liga hopes already.
I think so. Yeah, I 100% agree. And in kind of similar fashion, in terms of big teams not winning games in the beginning of their season, let's move on.
Let's move on to the next one. What do we have next?
Wow.
Yeah. Carabao Cup action last night. From the time of recording, you'll see this on the weekend. But anyway, Manchester United go to League 2. If you're not familiar, that is the 4th division of English football, the last professional league of English football. Go to Blundell Park. Have you ever heard of that place? No, you haven't. They were 2-0 down against Grimsby Town. Yes, Manchester United 2-0 down. Against a side that, by the way, the last time they played was in the 40s. Man United haven't beaten them in like 80 years. That's a joke now. Then they go to penalties. Okay, yes, they came back in Buemo and Maguire, as he always seems to do, right? Getting on the score sheet late on. On penalties. They took 23 penalties in total. 12-11. Grimsby Town have a historic cup set, Patrick. And Ruben Amorim, I'm just starting to feel a little sorry for him at this point. It is embarrassing to see the Manchester United manager when United were 2-0 down. Let me reiterate. Against Grimsby Town, okay? He looked like a youth coach from Nona with a board and moving around magnets. You're the manager of Manchester United, and this is what... After the game, he said sorry. He's literally apologized to the Man
there's
United
nothing
fans.
he can do.
There's nothing else he can do.
There's nothing.
It's embarrassing.
Okay. But is this more of a discussion of Ruben Amorim just being a bad manager, or is United just that awful?
Everything.
There's no saving.
Everything. It's Amorim. It's the recruitment. It's the new owners, Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos, who came in there recently, promising lots of great things, promising a brand new Old Trafford, all this nonsense. Fix the playing part, which is the most important part. Man United are one of the biggest brands in world football. They're up there with Real Madrid. They're up there with Barcelona. You're welcome, Becca. And this is what they're producing.
Yeah.
In preseason, you remember the Asian East All-Stars or something. They lost to them. Yes, it's preseason, whatever. But the embarrassment has gone on for far too long. And ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left over 10 years ago now, we're still seeing the same shambolic performances. Fans are asking, how much more does Amorim get? I think United are too deep in the Amorim situation. I don't think a sacking, kind of similar to Simeone, completely different situation, yes, but they have swapped, sacked, changed managers far too long, right? It's almost every other year that they change manager. I think they are way too just stuck in the Amorim situation. And I think this, do you guys see any positivity in the near future? I don't.
I really don't. And look, here's my thing. All right, let's not forget. This guy said top four finish in the Prem, by the way. He said top 4.
Please tell me you didn't believe that yourself.
No.
The answer is no.
The
answer is no. No, Sean.
I'm just putting that out there.
They need to finish bottom half. They're going to struggle to get into the top 10.
Yes.
I said it in the mock show, and I'll say it again.
Yeah, and look, the reality is...
Man United is making me angry for some reason.
This is a shambolic.
It's
you're
ridiculous.
You're in the depths. You're in the gutters.
This is a new low.
If this is happening to you, you're in the gutters.
This is a new low, and we keep talking about that with Man United. Finishing 16th, it can't get worse than that. Clearly, they find ways to make it worse than that, but had to get that off my chest. You see here, just before we move on, just the David and Goliath situation that we had here that led to the historic cup set. Grimsby haven't spent a penny this transfer window. They don't have any major titles in their history. They finished mid-table in League 2 last year, Sean. And that's
I would
that's just
like
where
to
we're at
share
right
something that I've found
before
really
we move on. Go ahead.
Before we move on. So on the highlights on the game, Grimsby Town versus Man United, I would like both of you to look very quickly. Look at the comments.
What's that?
Look at the comments.
Look
at the comments. Just before I share it. And I think this is just a perfect way to kind of just summarize the down low of Manchester United. And I quote unquote for the viewers, this comment says, "I was really rooting for the underdogs. Shame they got eliminated."
Yeah, they're the joke of English football at the moment. But that's enough on United. Yeah. I've honestly gotten tired of speaking about them. Let's move on to some Champions League qualifiers. We're starting episode 1, season 2 of HTFC with a little globalization. Let's say we're giving love to all parts. And this match, Kairat Almaty, right, beating Celtic on penalties, 3-2, 0-0 on aggregate. The first half XG was like 0.06 to 0.10. It was a
bit of a snooze
terrible game. Anyway, historic for Kairat. They become the easternmost club, things you don't even think about, to ever qualify for the Champions League group stage.
They quite literally border with China.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. And these are teams that you might see in the Europa League, right? We've seen the likes of Karabakh.
Or Conference League.
Right? Or Conference League. They're going to be playing Champions League football, and they're almost going to be like the Slovan Bratislava of last season, right? The real underdogs, the ones that, they might not get any points. But I mean, it's a historic achievement for the club. The second least valuable squad to ever qualify for Champions League as well. Wow. But does this say a little more about Celtic?
Let's look at Scottish football, right?
Yes.
Because along with Celtic, you had Rangers that got pummeled by Club Brugge, right?
9-1 on aggregate. 9-1.
In a sense, if you feel like, what are they doing to shoot themselves in the foot here?
Right.
That they put themselves in these positions. Like, I get it. They don't have any like automatic Champions League qualification spots. They have to go through all this, sure. Yeah. But I feel like they would be better equipped to handle this on paper. Now, I'm not discrediting, Kairat Almaty or, Club Brugge at all. Right. But I'm just saying, like, you would think that Scottish football as a whole would be a little bit better.
It's in a terrible place right now. These are historic, huge clubs, especially when you talk about British football. Not showing up in the biggest stages right now. But I wanted to give some love to Kairat because it's really a great achievement.
I think as a neutral, though, like, you kind of have to, like, admire, like,
Absolutely.
We obviously don't have, like, the big sides just dominate. You have the little sides. For example, we have, I believe, Bodo and Glint, who are in the Europa League last season in the semifinals.
In the Champions League
in the Europa League.
Well.
And now they're in the Champions League this season.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so, okay.
Now we're going to move on, and I'm going to warn you now to prepare for Patrick's tears. I don't know if he's going to cry on air. I don't know. He's very sad at the moment, though.
No,
I'm going to let you take the reins for this one.
So, let's remember, first and foremost, we beat Miami twice this year. In league play, we swept them.
That's right.
Twice. 7-1 aggregate, right?
3-0
away.
Yeah.
4-1 at home.
Yeah.
Right? Messi played the first one, he played the second. But we still, we beat them regardless. I was telling Edgar, I was not convinced going into this third game. Because it's Leagues Cup, okay?
You were skeptical.
That's already like grounds for like, okay, just being extremely cautious. It's Leagues Cup. Because let's go back to 2023 Leagues Cup.
Yeah.
Before I even step into this game, same scoreline, 2023 Leagues Cup, our first matchup against Messi and everybody else. It ended 3-1.
Yep.
And that was probably one of the worst called games from a referee I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was blatant. Like, I'm so sorry. That game was rigged.
Well, let me step in real quick because this game we saw very
there
controversial
was a
decision.
lot of controversial things.
Especially Busquets on Angulo,
This
which
is exactly
I thought was
where
a
I'm
penalty.
going to. This is exactly where I'm going to.
I'll let you take
So just like how Edgar says, in this game, okay, we fast forward 2023 Leagues Cup. I don't even like thinking about it. This one was practically the same thing. Let's go Ivan Angulo, Sergio Busquets. In the box, I think Busquets quite clearly, quite literally,
it was a foul.
Steps in front of him, literally extends his body outwards. Angulo...
Stonewall penalty for me.
Inside the box. Nothing. Not even a look. Let's go later to the 77th minute, right? A very soft pen call, in my opinion, that goes Miami's way.
Yeah.
Very soft. I think we had way more contact on Angulo than... I don't remember who it was that drew the foul, but he literally... I don't know. I don't think it was that much... If ours wasn't called, that shouldn't have been called, So, of course, they give them the foul. Of course, whatever. Right. And also, earlier, because of that, Brekalo gets a second yellow, so he gets sent off. And, sure, the ref was flying out yellow cards early in the game. And it was just like, oh, my God, what just happened?
Yeah.
And after that, I mean, it's pretty much what you could have expected. Like, Messi scoring late, Segovia adding in that final nail. But no, there was a lot that went wrong in this game. And we rotated against Nashville, and we lost 5-1 in Nashville for this game.
Yeah.
And and just go on Twitter. I'll just end it by saying, just go on Twitter. Go online. You're going to have pretty much everybody that doesn't like Miami, so from all the other clubs in the league, pretty much saying the same thing. But then you're going to have, like, the loser, brainless incels that live in their basement that are like, oh, my God, Messi's the GOAT, bro. Messi's the GOAT. That's it. There's nothing else I need to say. We can move on.
It's funny you bring up that you were skeptical about Leagues Cup, and we were speaking about this beforehand.
Yeah.
Miami have never been shut out in Leagues Cup history. So they kind of do, show out for these games.
Yeah, because they're playing with 12 people.
Yeah. I mean, the referees are always questionable.
Yeah.
But let's go to the other side of the world. Move on from your sadness, Patrick.
Well, this is more. Now we can move into our previews, what we're looking forward to, right?
Let's do that.
So I'll get through this one real quickly. So in the J League in Japan right now.
What a title race that is.
2 points separating first to sixth place, by the way.
Wow.
So a 6-team title race.
That's
and this
ridiculous.
one's a pretty interesting matchup. So Kyoto Sanga, they just came off, I think, like a 4-0 win against FC Tokyo. Okay. Okayama, this is their first season in the J League, and they're mid-table, so they're pretty safe. I don't think they're going to go down. So they're probably pretty happy with that. But this is a game for them to solidify more their finish in the top 10.
Yep.
Kyoto, obviously, are still trying to distance themselves from everybody else. They're tied on 51 points with Kashima, with Machida Kashiwa right behind them. I think it's just a really interesting aspect of this title race. Very different teams, but there's a lot to play for, and there's still about 10 games left in the season to go.
And the Club World Cup exposed us to the passion that Japanese fans have for the sport. You sent me a documentary. I can't wait to watch it once I have a little bit of time. But I only included the top 4 on that graphic.
Right.
But you have Vissel Kobe on 50 as well. Sanfrecce Hiroshima on 49 just behind. So it's a 6-team title race, full-blown title race in Japan. Thank you very much for bringing that up, because it's a league that most people don't pay attention to, so I love that from you. Anyway, Bundesliga Showdown as well caught your attention,
Yeah,
Patrick
I mean,
Deleon.
most specifically just because this is Hamburg's first Premier League game back.
Bundesliga.
Oh, sorry.
German Premier League.
No, here's the thing. Sorry, I was thinking about, because I'm also thinking about Sunderland in that sense. They haven't been back in the same amount of time. So it's been 8 years. 7 years, 8 years.
Yeah, 8, I believe.
Hamburg, now they're finally going to play their first home match back in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
There we go. Against St. Pauli. So this is just one I was excited to see and excited to look at, see how the reception is back into the Bundesliga, and just see how they, can they solidify themselves a little bit? Can they find some footing and escape the relegation dogfight?
Yeah, hopefully they don't get, caught up in that. Both of these teams started with draws in the Bundesliga, so it's already a bottom half, 6-pointer, really. Yeah. Because we know how difficult it can get, especially with that relegation playoff in the Bundesliga as well. But great to see Hamburg. They'll be mentioned in segment 2 as well, because my goodness me, they're beautiful kits. Let's finish this segment off going to the Premier League now. Patrick, thank you for segueing that beautifully. Liverpool-Arsenal, match day 3, a huge game already. Liverpool, of course, starting perfect. Arsenal as well, especially with that 5-0 against Leeds at home. Fantastic for us heading into Anfield, although we know how difficult a place that is, to go. And we already went to Old Trafford, already got the job done. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all, but we did. Anfield is going to be the sternest test of the year, at least one of the sternest tests of the year. I think if we go there, impose our game plan on them, we saw it last season, finished 2-2 at Anfield when we went there. So huge game, especially this early on in the season. It's always interesting to see the dynamic. And, I mean, Liverpool's front four, it's scary, yes, but also, I mean, if you have a Gyökeres that's going to score goals for you, if you have, Madueke, who's probably going to start, you have an Eze that's probably going to start, that puts a smile on my face immediately. So very much looking forward to that. Another team that also started with 6 points is Tottenham. And their signings as well, getting off to a hot start. They go at home against Bournemouth, though, a Bournemouth team that almost took points off of Liverpool in match day 1. Out of those two games, very quickly, we only have less than a minute to go. Patrick, a word, and then quickly, Sean, to wrap it up.
Okay, first of all, I have Arsenal.
I love that from you. Yes.
I have.
Come on, you
they're my
Gunners.
favorites. I need to see them win the Premier League. This year, okay. I'm not an Arsenal supporter, but I want to see them win.
I'll pay you after.
And then, Tottenham Spurs. I'm honestly gonna say Spurs.
Yeah.
I think Spurs can do it.
Wow.
That would be they're in good form.
That would be 9 points from 9.
Yeah, I think they can do it, though. I wouldn't be surprised.
Thomas Frank, loving life at Tottenham so far. Sean, last word to you.
Unfortunately, Liverpool Anfield, I think Liverpool are kind of just there.
Party pooper, Sean. What is this, man?
Kind of just self-explanatory already.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not.
But Tottenham and what they have with Thomas Frank so far is very encouraging. I think they'll pick up a comfortable win versus Bournemouth, especially after Bournemouth kind of just got poached this summer.
I don't know about comfortable, my friend.
Not comfortable, but I think
they'll
do it. I think they'll do it.
I think they'll be comfortable.
But I think Bournemouth...
Like a 1-0, though.
One of those sides. We saw what they did at Anfield, if we're talking about Anfield being so tricky. Anyway, we'll leave it there for segment 1. Thank you so much, Sean, for coming on. Patrick, you're not going anywhere. No. I'm not either, because we're talking kids with an HTFC debutant. Don't go anywhere.
Hello. So I guess the crew's getting ready for the next segment on one of our amazing shows. I'm Nick Cohen, host of season 20 of Hitting the Field, and let me tell you about those amazing shows. On behalf of HTF, we hope you're enjoying today's content, but I'm here to tell you about everything else we offer here at the network. Mondays at 4, HTF Bets goes live for season 10 with 3 gamblers that, although it may not always seem like it, are here to help us all earn a little bit of extra money while we watch sports. Diego Ortiz, Tyler Brownrigg, and Andrew Gregg's ball knowledge and fun personalities make this show a fan favorite. On Tuesdays, you all loved it, so we brought it back for season 2. It's Girls Got Game, hosted by Frankie Noble, a show blending women in sports, the biggest sports news stories, and creative segments that make for a fun and engaging show. Next is everyone's favorite sports podcast, The Combine, hosted by who other than Ty Patton, an easygoing, conversational, and technical podcast dropping Wednesdays, also on Spotify at The Combine. Then tune in Thursdays at noon for the network's main show, season 20 of Hitting the Field, hosted by me. Here, we'll cover any sport, any topic, any story, no matter how obscure. We love some football, basketball, hockey, F1. We also cover baseball, soccer, and we even have to show the UFC love sometimes. Penultimately, TGIF, because Friday is nighttime, hosted by Kathleen Moore and Matthew Bracker. Season 8 of Nighttime is where you'll turn to for all things March Madness, UCF sports, and other collegiate events. We're ending with something brand new. HTFN has never had 6 shows running at once. Also filmed in our new podcast studio is HTFC, hosted by Edgar Rodriguez and Patrick Deleon. Football, or soccer in America, is the most popular sport in the world. Across multiple leagues and cups, soccer is a year-round sport, and HTFC is your new source to stay updated. Also on Spotify, by the way, at HTFC. Outside of our 6-show roster, be sure to tune in to our other content, such as the Studio Days vlog, run by our vlog squad of Brianna St. Jean, Michaela Croker, Ashley Rowe, and Ben Huber. Make sure to follow us on our social medias like Instagram, Facebook, and X to stay updated on all HTFN news. Remember to subscribe right here on YouTube, leave a like and comment, and with that, I think we're ready for your next segment. I'm Nick Cohen. Thank you for your continued support, and back to your regularly scheduled programming.
All right, everyone. Thank you for sticking around. For segment 2 of HTFC, our second season, we're back and we're ready to keep going. Patrick, we have a very special guest.
Yes, we
Nick
do.
Cohen!
Look who it is.
First time on HTFC. You didn't make it on season 1, but I was like, you know what? Season 2 has to start with a bang. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing pretty good. Very, very excited.
Absolutely.
Long overdue.
Yes.
Yeah, happy to see that we're still here for season 2.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love your shirt, by the way.
Thanks. Oh,
a little foreshadowing,
yeah.
you might
At this
say.
point, 2 days ago, amazing show on ESPN+.
Absolutely.
Shout
absolutely. If you have ESPN Plus, by the way, you'll still be able to go back and watch it, so why don't you do that? Anyway, let's not make it about
and
me.
if you don't, buy it.
Very true, of course.
Spend
It's
your
only
money.
110 a year. It's fine. Segment 2, though, we're going to be talking jerseys, Nick Cohen. You haven't seen any of the ones we chose for you, so I want you to bring your fashionista lens here,
Well,
okay?
you have the spotlight.
Okay.
That's right.
Yes.
That's
All
right. Ready to get into it?
Yeah.
Let's see the first one. And we're going to start a little local with this one because UCF men's debuted
Honorable
their new
mention.
shirts.
Ooh.
Yes.
And they are beautiful, Nick Cohen.
They are.
They're pretty.
What stands out to you?
Oh. Well, I like the color on the Sun Belt Conference logo.
It matches.
Yes, I
I
think
love that
That's my
little
favorite
detail.
aspect
Yeah.
too. I don't know.
Would be cool if we were in the Big 12 or something.
I
but, you know,
know, I
doesn't
know.
matter. Doesn't
Big
matter.
12.
Doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's simple enough. It works. I
think
just
it's
like
great.
the Sunbelt Conference logo the most. I think as well.
Absolutely.
Little touches like that always. You know me, Edgar. Like I like
Yes.
my little designs and stuff like that. So I like it.
I like
think
your
it's
jersey
fun.
now.
Thank
It's
you.
a
color pops.
lovely one.
And this is
Seattle
not the
Sounders
first time
home.
you'll see this team. So.
Ooh, they
More
cooked this season,
foreshadowing?
Nick.
They cooked,
They
yes.
cooked this season, but already off to a great start with our Knights.
Let's move on to the
Is it
next
a-
one.
Was it a like shield and swords in the
They had a
middle?
very unique
Yeah.
pattern.
Yeah.
Yes, they
Okay.
did. I'm
This-
glad you picked up on that.
River
course.
Plate away.
Very
I
nice.
actually really like this one. I don't know about you. Let's get your
basic.
opinions.
It's a
Okay,
little
fair
basic.
enough. I think it's pretty clean. I think it works. very well.
So River Plate,
Yeah.
Argentinian side. Patrick adores River Plate.
So it's totally
a
not
little
biased.
biased.
Totally not
little
biased.
biased.
My you can tell which ones are mine because they're totally not biased at all. But
But the vertical line, something
I
they
think-
usually don't do.
right.
So very nice there.
I think
Patrick.
it works.
Like you
I
said,
quite
I
it's
don't
like
simple.
dislike it, but
No,
it is
yeah.
simple.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. We can already move on to the next one.
Mhm.
From River Plate to AS Roma. Now they
Okay.
went crazy with their third
Italy.
shirt.
Yes.
Serie A, yes, Italian league. They got the little kind of texture on their shirt as well. With third kits, Cohen, you'll start to realize they usually go a little more outlandish. They have more
Okay.
freedom with the third shirts. Home and away, usually more
It's pretty
traditional.
set, yeah.
But third kits, they usually have freedom. And this one, I absolutely love it. The white, the yellow, the green. It pops, doesn't it?
Well, so I have a question. Like, they don't play in this, though, right?
They do.
They do.
In a
They do.
polo?
Yeah, with the
You get
collar and
collars?
everything. Yeah.
Jerseys can have
Really?
collars.
Yeah,
it's perfectly
absolutely.
fine.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I love the look of it. I would think it's a little impractical, but
Here's my thing now. A little bit honestly, when it comes to jerseys like these, I think they're really nice, but I wouldn't necessarily want to play in them. Rather
Right.
wear them,
yeah.
but they're not for playing.
Like,
If
they
that
seem
makes
like
sense.
something to wear to, like, the ESPYs or something.
You
Yeah,
can,
but
you can
it's
go to
really
dinner in
nice.
this, by the
You
way. You
could.
can go out
Absolutely.
in Rome and you would fit in beautifully.
I might need to become a fan of that team because it's
It is
really
nice.
nice.
And
Beautiful.
you've
The
seen
logo?
so many this year as well.
Yes, that is
I
not
just
the
didn't-
last one you'll see.
I just didn't really want to go this route because I feel like you see them. You get the point.
I
Like,
couldn't help myself.
Like,
Yeah.
honestly, like
Beautiful.
a 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah, they really knocked it out of the park. We're going to stay in Italy for this one.
Okay.
Sassuolo.
Sassuolo.
I don't know how to say it. Home.
Sassuolo.
I think it works. Puma, usually a hit or miss for me, but I like Puma, especially when it's simple like this. I don't know. I think the green just works really well. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's classy though.
The green,
Simple
black,
classy.
and white. You got the thin, vertical stripes as well. A little different. Like you said,
The
Puma.
collar again.
Yeah, you got the collar hiding under that long hair there. But, I mean, Sassuolo, another classy club, right?
Mhm,
Another classy club from Italy, and they are showing their fashion sense. And that shirt it's another kind of like classic
the
one,
color.
isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like you said, a little bit basic. I do like the color,
Yeah.
though.
Speaking of
This is
Seattle,
nice.
Nick, away shirt. Patrick, tell us more.
This one's one of my favorites because
Oh,
we
it's
both
so
agreed
nice.
on
Yes,
this one.
yes.
If you just look on like TV or whenever they're just playing in this, it's beautiful. Like it's a lot more. You can't really tell here, but I feel like it's a lot more vibrant and blue, and it pops off even more in person.
And you know what tells
I
the
love
full
it.
story? Whenever they pan to the fans, you see as many of those as you see the home shirt.
Really?
That is how
It's
you know.
it's
Well, so is this
extremely
new?
popular.
Yes.
This came
Okay.
out
yes,
this
that is
year.
their away
Yeah.
shirt for this season.
It's
Kinda-
very nice.
And I look at it and you think Pacific Coast.
Yeah.
You think Seattle when
It's-
you look at it.
It's beautiful. I love it.
absolutely love it.
Especially when you really go into like detail of like about the kit itself.
And the meaning
It
of it,
actually has
yeah.
pretty cool meaning that I didn't even know existed.
Absolutely.
But I think I love this kit.
Will
One of my
you be
favorites.
purchasing one?
And the goal
he's
is to
tempted.
purchase
He's
one.
tempted.
The goal is to get one. Yes. This is yours.
It is. And so this season, Nick, kind of like how MLB does City Connect uniforms.
Yeah.
MLS and Adidas has done the same thing.
Okay.
So they chose around 6 clubs, right,
Mhm.
Patrick, to do these special edition third kits for MLS. And Nashville went with kind of like a jean inspired, kind of like a denim inspired take on their shirt. What do you think?
I
I
think
like it.
I don't know. I'm
When you see
actually
the
not.
full kit, I love it. I absolutely love
Like
it.
Yeah.
the shorts
the
are
full
detailed?
kit, yeah. They got the
Okay.
blue shorts.
Okay.
I believe the blue
Mhm,
socks as
yeah.
well. It looks like they're wearing jorts almost,
Okay.
which is very unique.
It's very
but, I mean, they got the-
Nashville-y, but like I don't know. I don't know if I'm a fan.
You're
or
half and
not.
half on
I'm
it?
kind of in the middle.
You know, so Nashville are a newer side, not like Seattle, who are
And their
OG
usual colors, by the way, are like a really bright yellow.
yellow.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
So
Yeah.
they went completely different.
Oh.
So once you get these little details, it
In that
really
case, I
does
kind of
change.
like it more. Like
Yeah?
I would
Yeah.
rate it like a
Different.
7 because you
Mhm.
got the movement in the Nashville for
Yes.
like
Mhm.
music.
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
That's right.
You
Yeah.
have the 3 stars for Tennessee
Mhm,
as the
mhm.
eye. I like it.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
nice.
I think it's okay.
I
Like,
love it. Absolutely. And they've done well in it.
I
as
think
well
he could
this
have been
season.
more excited, like to like hype up a little more.
I know, right? Like, I need a little more passion.
Yeah.
Patrick,
So
you're taking
this
this to
one-
Japan for this.
Again, so I really like this one's the Yokohama F Marinos third jersey.
Wow.
It's just a simplified logo that I think really works
Got
pretty
the
well.
anchor, yeah.
You know, and I just like this like hidden kind of like checkerboard pattern, you know, with the lighting, you know, the red and blue stripes on the sides. That's just their colors as well. But I don't know, I really like this simple like simplified logo. Simplified logos always look pretty good.
And we see that a lot with third kids. But
yes.
Nick, the word that comes to mind is stealthy when I look at this shirt.
Okay.
Do you agree?
I don't disagree at all. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, I mean, I love it.
I don't know why they didn't carry the design to the shorts, or at
Oh,
least maybe like.
you
switch
want to
it
see the
with, like-
checkered? Okay.
Or maybe switch it with like a white with a faded checker.
Mm.
Maybe that
okay.
looked too weird, but like
Okay.
just design to no design,
Uh-huh.
maybe a little interesting. But I do like the design. That's why I say that.
I get where you're coming
Yeah.
from. I get where you're
I
coming
think
from.
it's
It is
pretty works.
stealthy.
We're going to go back to MLS.
Okay.
And we're going to have another away shirt, and this one is Portland Timbers. Now, I don't know, it's kind of like the nature vibes with
Yeah.
this one. You got the center logo, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on that? Usually you see the logo over
Is-
the left-hand side of the
Right.
chest.
Is
But,
that their normal logo?
It is.
Okay.
It is. But you got it centered for this one. Something a little
I'm not
more
a
rare.
huge fan of.
He doesn't
of
like it.
I would agree.
personal.
You don't like
I
it
I would
either.
agree.
But I included another one that's
Yeah?
centered. But I'm not
That's
a
right.
huge fan of centered logos. Truth be told.
But I mean, I just love the
almost think
vibes it
it's-
brings.
Yeah, I almost think it's too many centered logos. Like, obviously
It's
you
hard-
did-
it's hard
so
to
the Adidas
arrange
as
it.
Then
well,
there's,
yeah.
then there's more writing on the bottom.
Right, okay,
like,
okay.
Just end
yeah.
it there. Or
Yeah.
maybe even make it a little bit bigger and get rid of the bottom one. I guess that's probably their sponsor.
It
It
is,
is,
yes.
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
makes
is.
sense. But
But I get what you mean. It's just like stacked
Gotcha,
up on it.
yeah.
I just
I
don't.
didn't
like,
look at it
that's
that
what
way.
I don't
You're
really
right,
like. It just
you're right.
looks stacked up.
yeah.
But-
but then you also
Other
have
way-
TikTok on the sleeve. Like, why not throw the other one on the other sleeve?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know.
You
could.
see Chelsea not having a center sponsor.
Right.
It's rare to
It's
not
common.
see a center sponsor.
Okay.
But I exactly get where you're coming from. You take away that, I don't even know what it is, but you take that away, and it's a shirt you can go out with,
Yeah.
right?
So this next one is Real
Valladolid.
Valladolid,
We're going to Spain, Nick Cohen.
and
Okay,
I
I'm
think
not going to repeat that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But Kappa usually pretty classy.
Oh,
I think
they
this is
love
pretty
their
nice.
historic design. They love their
Yes.
classy designs, and this white and purple action a little more rare when you talk about predominant colors. Of course, Orlando City, yes, purple.
Mm-hmm.
But in Europe, it's way more rare. And rarer, is that a word?
Yeah.
Real Valladolid, though, going with the vertical stripes again. What do you think?
I like it. I mean, you mentioned they like to normally go elegant, and
Yeah,
Spain
Kappa, yes.
is kind of like royalish, and purple represents royal.
Ooh.
Like, I do like it, but like you said, the center logo, or maybe not logo. Is that their logo, or is that their sponsor?
This is their logo.
That's what I thought.
sponsor.
That's
yes.
a beer company, actually.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if I would have made it as big.
It is huge.
Hey,
It
that's
is
a
huge.
lot of things that people look at too. Sometimes sponsors ruin it. Like
Yeah.
Seattle, they used to have Xbox as their logo a long time ago, and it
Historic.
worked really
Yeah.
well because their
Yeah.
color scheme green,
Right.
purple. Green, blue,
Yes.
white. It was perfect. Got moved past that. Nobody's been happy since. But
Right.
sometimes it does make or break a
Well,
jersey
I liked
for
the
people.
Seattle ones. I mean,
Yes.
maybe even just switch that with your actual logo. though,
Okay.
You know, like
Okay.
why is the sponsor so big? But I like the stripes and the colors.
Actually, now that you mentioned that, the sleeve sponsor as well is massive.
It is. I
Yeah.
just realized
It is
that.
huge.
But
Remove that.
They must give him a lot of money.
It's beautiful. Guess who chose this one?
totally not biased again.
Guess who chose this one?
I think it's a really
No, I love
cool.
it.
I love the
it.
concept
I
of
love
it.
the story behind it.
Storms,
Okay.
you know, we're Florida, hurricanes. Like,
Right.
come on, this is awesome. I love the design of it. I think it's super clean. It's
Yeah.
probably my favorite home jersey. And
Ever?
yes.
Wow.
Ever for
For Orlando
Orlando
City.
City.
For Orlando
Orlando
City.
City, yes.
Orlando City. Yes.
I was gonna say.
But another, like, they went. Usually, you don't see Orlando City going this far
Yeah,
out
they're
with
pretty
home
more.
shirts.
They're usually more classy and laid back.
But I mean, the hurricane story, Nick. Now that you know that,
I
does
like
that add
it.
a little more meaning to it?
It does, because
I also-
adds some movement.
I love the
Yeah.
jock tags as well. Like these, I'm always
That's
sucker.
very cool.
I'm a
The little
sucker for
details,
designs like
yeah.
these. Like you'll learn that. I
Okay.
love little things like that on the back of the neck. I think it's really nice. I love this
it.
shirt.
I love
And
it personally.
I guess I'll stop judging like a giant text or sponsorship so large because everyone does it apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
pretty
this
much.
one, it doesn't stick out as much.
No, it
'cause
doesn't.
It's just
Right.
right.
It- it
like
blends
some of the
in
other
more or
ones, it was
less.
like a big
Yes.
oval.
Yes.
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 Exactly.
But I
another-
like it a lot.
Yes.
Absolutely. And you'll see with MLS as well, the actual MLS patch goes with the color of the
Oh
team.
yeah. So
it fits nicely.
it's unique.
Let's
I was
go to-
actually going to include this one too. Newcastle.
Newcastle United away. We're going to speak more about Newcastle in segment 3 actually with Augie. But this shirt, paying homage to a retro kit from the 90s, bringing back that style. I think the orange and that little teal on the end of the sleeves, on the collar. I think it's a beautiful shirt.
And I'm sure you can kind of infer from their logo, they're usually black and white stripes.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit of a different color, but it's a third kit, so to be expected. But I think it's really nice.
You got the classic Adidas as well. You got the trefoil there. So is this speaking to you?
Not really.
No.
Like maybe,
Fair enough.
Maybe like a 4 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
I just feel like they could have done more, but I don't know the history behind that.
That's fair. Honestly,
I must admit. But
that's fair. That's totally fair. All right. So I kind of cheated on. I'm kind of cheating here. I really like Liverpool home the most, but I love their away and their third, kind of the same.
So Nick should know that Liverpool had been Nike. For like the last couple of decades.
Okay.
Making the switch back to Adidas now. These are the red is home.
A whole new line.
That's right. This one is the away, and then you got the third with the classic, right? The classic logo, the classic Adidas. Which one of the three would you buy?
The white one.
Oh,
it's pretty nice. That's why I kind of included it because it's like it is
texture.
pretty.
Like,
yes, there is.
Yeah, you can see it. Also the long sleeve as well.
Long
Super
sleeve.
nice with
That's
the
what
3 stripes.
really sold me. Just how it looks in the long sleeve form, because a lot of people love the long sleeve versions of jerseys.
Right, yeah.
I think it's just simple enough, and it just works really. It just feels like vintage, classic Liverpool.
And I don't know about you, but Adidas for me has my heart.
I'm Adidas,
has my heart. When you talk soccer jerseys or just in general, has my heart. And this is another reason why Hamburg home shirt. Back in the Bundesliga, back in the top division in Germany, Nick, for the first time in around 8 years. And they come out with this banger. I mean, my goodness.
I don't know how you feel about it. I love it.
I would go to the store and buy it now.
Yeah?
That's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Well, but you like the German league.
I mean, like, it's entertaining.
Because
I have a team that I like in there.
Dortmund, that's right.
Yes.
Dortmund, yes.
I remember talking about it before.
I
like it.
I mean, you got the sharp angles, right? You got the white coming in, and then you got the two-tone blue at the top of the shirt. I mean, man. I mean, if you're gonna play with this back in the big time, back in the Bundesliga, man, I hope they stay in the league just because of that.
They gotta stay up. But I love it. I think
it's new to the league.
Yeah, first time in around 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they went down and they have had struggled crawling out.
And historically a huge German club as well. So
it's a big deal that they're back in the Bundesliga for this season.
That's right.
Entering with a bang.
They play on Friday, by the way.
Ooh, shout out.
Back to Japan.
Yes, I love this one.
I love Japanese football.
But also I just love this color scheme with the collar.
That's right.
The color scheme, like the black on this really vibrant blue with the collar. I don't know. I think it's really nice. My only critique though is gonna be forever just how they arrange their stars.
What is that?
Like, what is that?
What?
That's like, what is that?
So
like,
usually
it's
stars commemorate like if you win 5 league titles, for example, you get a star. Or
European championships,
right?
Or in some cases, depending on the league, like this is just for like Seattle has won twice, so they've just won the league twice, kind of thing.
But usually teams stop at 5. Teams stop at 5 once it covers the top of the logo. That's the first thing that came. It's just a bit distracting.
It's a little bit interesting.
Yeah.
It like. Because it's a little bit weird. Because they used to actually have it like centered in a way where it worked.
It makes sense.
But it's a little bit weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's my only critique, I feel like. But I love the rest. I love like the design, the texture inside.
No, I like the colors. I love the colors.
But that's just my only like critique. It's
is
like,
that their normal colors?
That's the home shirt, right?
It's their home.
I also noticed the 2 extra sponsors.
Yes, that's pretty common over there.
Sure.
You know, they need money. So
to Italy though.
Yes.
Okay.
And they always bring the class.
It seems like it.
Lake Como for this one. Como FC. My goodness, their stadium right by Lake Como, like I said. Beautiful setting.
Literally on the water, pretty much.
And a beautiful kit as well. What do you think, Nick? You got ocean vibes. You got sea vibes.
I do get ocean vibes.
I think
it pairs nicely with the white shorts.
Yes.
Not many comments. Like you said, ocean vibes. It's nice.
I think it's pretty good.
Seems like fresh. Like I could smell like a good cologne with
that. Yes.
You know, like,
hear the waves crashing in.
I think it's nice. I quite like it.
Doesn't pair with the blackened neon.
No, that's a bad choice. That's a bad choice.
I think they could have done better.
But man, like thank goodness they didn't just go with a simple blue shirt, which it could have easily done. They went with like the middle pattern, got those waves in there as well. And if you need to call an Uber after the game, you get reminded of that.
Yeah,
no, exactly.
Yeah, genuinely.
All right, and then up next.
Ooh, Brighton and Hove Albion.
I love this is their away.
That is.
And it's centered Again, you know how I feel about center
yeah.
badge, but I like this. I love this kind of color as well. I'm a very much like a
It's
purple
easy on the
lavender
eye.
kind of
It
guy.
really is.
I love these colors. So that alone kind of already sold me. It's very simple. Very, very simple. But Brighton are usually pretty good when it comes to their jerseys. So I really like
I wasn't completely sold on this. I'm not going to lie to you when it came out. But, I mean, it kind of makes sense. You know, south coast of England, you get, again, those kind of like fresh vibes.
a soft,
Yes,
smaller
soft.
town, right? Yeah.
I would consider a soft shirt, Nick.
I would imagine when you fall on the pitch, it would show the
Oh,
green.
yes, it would.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it's like, I mean,
I
as
think
of right now,
You'll be
it's
looking
very
like the
clean.
Seattle shirt after the game. Yes.
Exactly. As of right now, it's very clean, though. I do like that.
I think a lot of these jerseys, though, like you could just go out with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out to dinner.
That's
out to,
that's kind of what they are in this day and age.
Oh, especially this one.
Especially
We're
this
saving
I'm
the
I'm
best
sure.
for one of the last. I don't know if it's the last one.
It is, yes.
Oh, it is. Oh, best for last. Arsenal third shirt, Nick.
Edgar's
My wallet is
salivating.
going to hate me, but at some point you'll see me
Yeah.
rocking this one.
We both also had this one.
Just
on our
show me how much it costs, and I'm there. My goodness, what a beautiful. You got the, again, historic vibes, right? You got the soft off-white color, and then you got the burgundy, got the gold accents as well. You got the cannon instead of our full logo as well. Nick, please say you love it.
Oh, I love it. I will say, and you might hate me,
Oh,
I don't know if I love it as much as the first one that was very similar.
the Roma
Oh,
one.
the
Yeah.
Roma.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
But,
okay. Very
but like
similar.
it's probably a solid second. It's top 3 out of all the ones
Okay.
you
Nice,
showed me.
nice. It is a
It's
really good
very
one.
nice.
I absolutely love it, man. Absolutely.
I think
love
I
it.
like the alternate logo.
Yeah,
as
it
well.
is
the cannon.
I like-
So
I
a
like
couple
the cannon
seasons
too.
ago, we had it on all of our shirts.
Okay.
It was the year of the cannon. So we're continuing with that, but. Again, I think you see why Adidas. I mean,
Yeah.
it's Adidas or nothing for me.
I don't like Adidas because they used to make NFL jerseys and they were not as cool as the
And they
Nike
make-
ones
They
now.
still make some
but-
college football jerseys.
They do,
as well. ASU,
exactly.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, and FIU, I saw their shirt
Okay.
as well. But yeah,
But they cook with soccer
absolutely.
or football.
With
Sorry.
They do.
football,
When it comes to
Nick Owen.
jerseys,
I enjoyed.
Adidas is my go-to.
Yeah,
I need
absolutely.
Adidas.
Absolutely, Nick. Did you enjoy your first time on HTFC?
Oh, I enjoyed. I want to come back if we're talking about something I can.
Yeah.
Yes,
I can
absolutely.
relate to.
Absolutely,
you know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
You will be back.
Okay, perfect.
And I know we'll see each other a little later on
Yes, we
today.
will. Ooh.
UCF football
ESPN
pregame
Plus.
show.
Come on.
Ooh, stay tuned for that. But Nick, once again, thank you so much for
No, thank you
joining
guys. I
us.
appreciate it.
That was very fun.
Yes.
Very fun.
We have one more, segment 3. Stay tuned. And we're back. One last segment for the season premiere of season 2 of HTFC, of course, and another debutant, Augie Aronson. Welcome to the podcast
Yes.
room.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me on. I'm excited to talk some soccer.
Absolutely. For the first time on HTFC.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Yeah.
We got some new people involved this season. Patrick, it's very fun. But we're going to talk about a situation that has really taken over this transfer window, Augie. Whether you're a casual fan, diehard fan, barely know anything about football, you know about the Alexander Isak situation, of course, at Newcastle at the moment. Augie wants a Liverpool move and nothing more. He has refused to play for Newcastle.
He's moved out of his home.
Moved out of his home in
It's
Newcastle,
a
put it
mess.
up for rent. Hasn't trained at all with the team, starting in preseason. The problem here, Augie, 3 years left on his contract. Newcastle are under no obligation to get rid of him. They can easily say, you know what, rot in the bench for 3 years. We don't care, right? We don't. It's a tricky situation all around, you know? Like, yes, they can send him down to the reserves. Does that help anyone? No.
It's just going to intensify.
Isak is
already
going to
bad
probably
situation.
refuse. Exactly. What are your thoughts just from the outside looking in on Isak?
That it's a complete mess.
It is,
It's
absolutely.
a complete mess, and I don't know what I'm kind of lost for what Newcastle should do. Like
I know.
my thought process was like, okay, you got to send a message to him like nobody's bigger than the squad.
Absolutely.
I was like, okay, you send him down to the reserves. He's not. That's like I said, it's not going to make the situation any
No.
better. Okay, you sell him to a very bad team, and I was like, okay, send him to like. Obviously his team would never agree for him to go to like the 4th tier.
Right, of course. Of
But-
course. Punish him.
But at this point, Manchester United
Ooh.
losing to a 4th tier team, you send them there. That's a punishment enough. like I know it's
I'm on
still
board with that.
Manchester United, like
Yeah.
big squad. Like
Right.
he might be able to agree to that and going to Man U, but like right now that's the punishment. I feel like you send him there.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
It's just
man.
it's diabolical.
It
I mean, like
Yeah.
the thing is, Liverpool are not going to come back in for him.
Look,
They're not going to come back for him.
Listen to this, Augie. They bid 120 million pounds.
How do
for
you
it.
turn down
Newcastle
$120
said
million?
no.
I know.
They want north of like 150.
No, dude.
Which
no.
is just
We-
ridiculous.
No.
Yes, Isak is a proven Premier League striker. We all know that, and we're not debating that. But man, and you know what probably is the worst thing out of everything? It's Isak's agents probably in his ears saying, "Stand firm, don't budge here in this situation." They want their big payday. He's getting advised by them, obviously.
To the Saudi league he goes.
I mean, that's
no. No,
not at his age.
no.
That would make me
Look,
so
I
sad.
don't want him to go there.
Right.
I'm just saying, like,
They can
nobody's
afford
gonna
it,
offer him that much money. Like,
No.
unless like, realistically,
This
all I'm
is-
thinking is like, because he only wants to go to Liverpool, like
Right.
you said. Liverpool's not offering that. So only people that are offered that much money is Saudi or like.
Realistically, yes.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm thinking. Like,
Or
okay,
any like Qatari team, like
Yeah.
whatever.
Right.
But it's just unfortunate because he's a class player. Everybody
Yes.
would kill to have him, but nobody's gonna afford him.
No.
Yeah.
And
so
we talk about
he's shot himself in the foot.
absolutely. We talk about Liverpool maybe coming back. They got Ekitike from Frankfurt.
Yes.
That's their striker now. They're
He's,
kinda like,
he's been
yeah.
he's been fine.
He's been fantastic.
amazing.
He's been scoring the goals. He scored away at Newcastle. Liverpool, of course, beat Newcastle on match day 2 already. I mean, what a game.
Was that one on my watch list?
Absolutely, yeah.
That was there after this whole drama. It was on
Had
that
to
list.
watch
It's insane. Liverpool with the 90th plus 10 minute winner. 100th minute the goal came in. Just ridiculous.
Wait, that was by the 16-year-old making
That's
his
right.
debut. Yeah.
Moa from Liverpool, a local kid from up there. I mean, what a dream that he's living.
Couldn't have started his career any better.
Not at
No.
all. And 100th minute? I mean, are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Away at Newcastle? It can't get better than that. But again, Isak, I mean, we had Bruno Guimaraes, one of his Newcastle teammates, saying, we need him. We need you to come back. But that's the thing. Has he burnt his bridges?
With the fans, I think he has.
With the fans, I mean, you see the banners. I mean,
Yeah.
Isak rat. I mean, you're getting these abusive banners towards him. It also puts the
It's
manager.
fair though. It's fair from the fans' perspective.
Yeah, and I mean, those Newcastle fans are very, harsh on their players.
100%,
Whenever
but-
someone breaks their hearts, they take it personally.
But he just signed a contract a year ago.
Yeah, a contract
If you were gonna
extension.
be so mad about that contract, why did you sign it?
Exactly.
Like,
no
you
one
would've-
forced him.
Like, it's not like this is like 3 years from now and like
Right.
you were on a bad contract and like your play just took off. Like he's always been a pretty class player.
Yep.
So like you knew what your worth was, but you signed for that contract like a year ago.
Yeah.
Like it's bad representation on his part
It's
and
ridiculous.
from his team.
It really is, and he has become the face of Newcastle. He's become their talisman. You know, he's
Yeah.
become the guy that they lean on, and for this whole mess to then happen. As a result of just kind of stubbornness and kind of saying, you know what, no, I'm not. I'm gonna do what I feel like. Seems very unfortunate. It also puts Eddie Howe in a difficult
Yeah.
situation. You know,
Yeah, I mean, it's
he
just, how do
doesn't
you
have
manage
a
that?
number 9
Yeah.
now.
You can't. Yeah, it's just such an awkward position to be in.
It
Overall,
is.
it's such a mess.
What do we think happens, boys? Do we
I think he stays at Newcastle.
Yeah?
He doesn't.
But he
he's
doesn't
not
play,
moving.
you think?
Not yeah.
So
I
then-
think he stays.
So then we go into he's wasting years. He's
That's his-
wasting
In his
But, like,
prime of his career.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's a shame, but like, yeah, there's so much better ways to go about it.
So you
so
think he
much better ways.
stays, Augie? Do you see this getting resolved?
I don't see Liverpool making another bid.
I don't
like you're
either.
saying.
No.
I don't either.
I
I
don't- I
fully
don't-
agree with you.
I think he stays for a little while and then eventually somebody has to cave.
Okay.
I don't think he comes back in plays for Newcastle.
Right.
I think he'll be somewhere else in the Prem.
Wow. I agree. I think, look, when you talk about the bridges being burnt, I think he's there with his teammates, fans, the ownership of the club,
Of course.
his manager. He has an obligation to play for Newcastle. You're under contract. You're getting paid God knows how much.
No, I know.
Man, it's just such a tricky situation. And from Isak, of all people, he doesn't come across as a guy who would do something like this.
Yeah.
But clearly, it's gone so downhill that I don't think there's any coming back from this.
And I know we talked earlier about a Saudi move. I just don't see that being in his best interest at all.
No, not
like
at all.
I know obviously if you're gonna get paid that much money, yeah, it's in your best interest. But I don't see like he's gonna get that money, that type of money from a Premier League squad too.
Right.
Like I don't see why he would go there and just kind of waste away his career and just just fade off into the
Absolutely. Into the abyss.
the desert.
Let me just remind you, 3 days left from the time of recording in the transfer window. When this comes out, I believe it'll be deadline day. So if it doesn't get resolved, he's going to have no choice but to face the criticism, to face the boos, and step on that St. James's Park pitch once again.
Fabrizio notification.
Before we wrap up in here,
okay.
I do need to talk about one important thing.
Okay, I'll give you a minute.
Yes, please.
Rant about the U.S. men's national team. Go.
Ooh.
So please. All right. Edgar knows I've been talking about it all summer, right? Let's go over the Gold Cup real quick, right? That was pretty bad.
It was horrendous.
Pretty bad.
Patrick. It was embarrassing.
Pretty bad. And look, the squad we had in that tournament, yeah, it's the Gold Cup, okay, whatever. Never expected the starters. But let's take a look at Christian Pulisic, the way he's acted over the last few months.
Don't get me started.
I really, like, the thing is that that's our best player in America. That is our best American player.
Sure.
You know? And to see him kind of acting like that towards his own national team, you know, he doesn't want to play, he doesn't want to do anything, he wants to rest. Yes, okay, I understand resting is important, but look, we have like 4 international breaks left until next year's World Cup. You know who we play next? We play South Korea, we play Japan, we play Australia, and then I'm sure we're going to have some more interesting...
No guarantees in any of those games that
we've
been playing.
Yeah, by the way, I think we lose to Japan. Probably right now, maybe.
South Korea enter as favorites.
Maybe
That's not a crazy thing to say.
Beat Australia.
Okay.
Maybe beat Korea. But Japan we lose because we've lost to them before, and Japan have honestly gotten better since the last time we played them, like right before the World Cup or right after the last World Cup. I don't remember, but we played them, got worked. They've improved so much better since then. So these are our friendlies coming up, right? And this is who we have to start molding these guys into a competent team for the World Cup. The next World Cup is going to be terrible.
Don't expect anything.
Remember how last season, I was like, oh my god, bro.
We should include that.
We're going to include that clip
going to
right
include
here.
that now. The U.S. team now, although they're under Poch, although, you know.
It'll happen next year.
The semifinal, Patrick.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm not saying we'll go and win the whole thing, but we'll make
No. Let's talk about the strongest starting 11 the U.S. has at their disposal right now. That Pochettino has at his disposal. And you tell me how many world-class players there are. Matt Turner in goal.
Okay.
Off to a flying start, aren't we? Yes, we will.
And then we're going to come back to this. And then, we're going to get grouped. We're going to get grouped.
At this point, I wouldn't be
surprised. The summer has been disastrous.
It has.
Pochettino, I'm sorry, he hasn't convinced me one bit. We're still in the same spot, if not even worse than Greg Berhalter, right? And
it's a mess.
There's nothing to do. There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
We have like 4 breaks left, and we're in a giant
terrible spot.
Pit.
Well, I'm glad I didn't wear my Pulisic jersey set today.
Good decision. We're going to have to end it off there. Augie is off to bets. Make sure you tune into that as well. Augie, HTFC debut. Thank you very much, my friend, for joining us.
Thank you, boys, for having me on.
Absolutely. I'm sure we'll have you on more later this season. But from Patrick, from you, from Augie, from Sean, from Nick Cohen, from Nick and Becca at the producer's desk, from myself, thank you so much for joining us. Catch us next week, same time, same place. We'll see you then. Take care.